What's up, gamers? Compliments of Jenito Studios, we have a key to the creator's demo of Limerick, Cadence Mansion. Carving out its own space within the horror genre, Limerick is a detail-rich, first-person adventure with deep lore, intricate puzzles, satisfying combat, and a happy little marionette who really wants to say hello. This game is very immersive, and for that reason, I will not be including commentary with the video. I feel like it's most appropriate for you to enjoy the atmosphere of the game without listening to me babble all over it. At the end of this demonstration, I will be offering my final thoughts, so stick around for that. And now, please enjoy Limerick, Cadence Mansion.
Proofreader, it's time to wake up now. He's coming. Ah, you're awake. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry for what has to happen. What must happen?
Must happen. There was a strange boy with a bow who quickly and madly fell down. He sought for the dead. He was out of his head, and so they have taken his crown.
Oh, are you still there, Proofreader? Got lost in my thoughts for a moment. I'm a Poets Corporation 19 Model Communications and Assistance Bot. But please, just call me Peebo. My master is on his way to greet you. He can, however, be a bit temperamental, but we truly do want to help you reach the spire and ring the bell, and you'll need all the help you can get. Welcome to Cadence Mansion. We will meet again soon, Proofreader. Good luck. do not mean to protest, but certainly there is some other way. Humans don't always react well to these games, you know. Right. I forget my place. Oh, proofreader, you've recovered. My master extends his warmest greetings and welcomes you to the mansion. We are sorry about it.
About? You are weak. You're born to the queen. Pathetic. This stranger must learn how to write. No stranger is this his sad right. No spawn of the one who with me had fun. Come play and restore all the light. But not yet.
We are sorry, proofreader. Really, we are. We weren't built for this. But it has to be this way. I will do what I can to help you. To prepare you to play. your journey becomes much more dangerous from here. So, you must learn to use the panic closets. There's one just over there, along the wall. You're safe from all harm while inside, even from my master. You'll gradually regain life, essence, and psythermic energy as well. But the battery drains quickly and must be recharged outside the closet. Learn how it works while I get this door open for you. Closer to playing the game and surviving. Careful, proofreader. Painful tales haunt these halls. Welcome, proofreader. With each movement of the palette, my master harbours greater and greater power. He's been able to manifest wondrously horrible things for you. Follow the doorway. Enter the circus of rage.
Play my game. These souls in their prisons of pain, their plannings and plottings insane. With hate their intent, they hate to repent, and now they all fall in my reign.
You must help us end it, proofreader. You must play the games. It has been a pleasure working with you. Good luck. I won't be seeing him again.
Alright gamers, that concludes the creator's demo of Limerick, Cadence Mansion. Here are some final thoughts. I thought the game was pretty cool. The lore is interesting and very immersive. The sound was great, and that made for an awesome atmospheric experience. Overall, the game looks beautiful and very well detailed. There was clearly a tutorial phase to the game. The tutorial was very thorough. I did find it to be quite a bit on the longer side. However, if you're a player that likes to stop and read all the notes and soak up the lore, which you should, it's great, then the tutorial was nice. You got to learn the mechanics of the game while learning a little about yourself, the proofreader, Limerick, the antagonist, along with Cadence Mansion itself. I thought the puzzles were fun, if maybe less of being brain teasers. There was nothing to solve per se. You just had to do things. They read more like objectives as opposed to puzzles. The tutorial puzzle, in my opinion, was more puzzle-like than what we saw later in the game. This isn't a negative point, it's just an observation, and we did, after all, only see one puzzle encounter, presumably your first in the full version. There's really only a couple of aspects of the game that I found to be a negative. At the top of my list would have to be the interaction time. Every interaction takes anywhere from a full second to 5 seconds. Some of that makes sense, while some of it doesn't. For example, when it comes to picking up ammunition and resources throughout the game, I feel like that should be instant. Right now, I think it takes a second of interaction time, which doesn't seem like a long time, but overall it feels like a drag. Picking up weights for that puzzle, if I recall, took 3 seconds. Removing and placing the panic closet batteries takes 5 seconds. I understand that some interactions should take more time than others, like activating stations or using the workbench, but overall, it feels a little overtuned. Speaking of panic closets, I learned the hard way that there is a time limit associated to a closet being ready, and it's not long. During one run, I thought I was being proactive by having the closet ready, so I just needed to press the red button, and I met my demise discovering that it isn't possible. That should probably be explained in the tutorial area where you first encounter the closets. Also, there's no real indicator as to when you're safe to leave a panic closet. The tutorial told us we should be fine after 10 to 15 seconds, but in one of my runs, I waited that amount of time only to open the door to Limerick standing right there. The last thing that I found frustrating was that once you got to the first puzzle, there was no save spot. While I understand this adds to the difficulty, it also adds to the frustration. I know this, and maybe everything else I've mentioned, sounds trivial, but while this video is around the 30-minute mark, I spent 3 hours getting through the demo and recording footage. This is by and large due to losing all my progress upon death in the game. I'm not necessarily saying there should be a physical save point, but maybe an autosave when you complete one of the puzzles, so you don't have to go back and do that puzzle all over again. I don't know. Take all that criticism with a grain of salt, of course, but I'm mostly thinking about further on in the game. I can only assume that enemies will become more plentiful, and Limerick will become more present and more pursuing, and the puzzles will become more difficult and/or time involved. Overall, I thought the game was fun. I had a great time with the demo, and I'm interested to see what other further content exists in the game. You'll notice that I didn't really show many notes throughout the game that mostly define the lore. This was because not only would the video have been massively long, but also I think it's best if you find that out on your own. And you can do so by wishlisting Limerick Cadence Mansion on Steam. There's a link in the description. Check it out. The full version of the game is set to launch later on this year. I hope you enjoyed this first look of Limerick Cadence Mansion, and we'll see you in the next one.